In this module, we've covered all of the concepts that the GMAT typically tests, and we've examined several tips to consider when addressing specific types of issues. In this lesson, we'll examine some general tips to consider when tackling sentence correction questions. The first tip is, do not bother reading answer choice A, since it always repeats the underlined part of the sentence. Next, make sure that you do not change the intended meaning of the sentence. So if you encounter two answer choices that are equally correct with respect to grammar and concision, choose the answer that best maintains the intended meaning of the original sentence. The next tip is, do not discount sentences that seem wordy. Sometimes it just takes a lot of words to express a complex idea. So if a sentence is grammatically correct, and there are no other grammatically correct sentences that express the idea in a more concise manner, then the wordy sentence must be the correct answer. The next tip to remember is that you can simplify sentences by removing or ignoring fluff. And by fluff, I mean these. The next tip is to beware of multiple errors. If you find an answer choice that fixes one error, keep in mind that there may be other errors that require fixing as well. Next, do not worry about spelling. This is never tested. Alright, the next tip is, trust your ear to a certain extent. There are many instances in which a sentence just sounds wrong, and in many cases you can rely on your ear to eliminate answer choices. Just remember that your ear is not perfect. In fact, the test makers are keenly aware of the types of grammatical errors that sound correct to native speakers but are actually incorrect. So if a sentence sounds incorrect, try to determine why it's incorrect before eliminating it. Finally, before selecting an answer choice, be sure to reread the entire sentence with your selection inserted into the underlined part. Okay, so that concludes this module. Now it's time to practice.